Adisa sat by the shore, staring at his empty hands. The day's catch had been terrible. His children were hungry, and his wife Zainab didn't even ask how it went. She already knew. The sea wasn't kind to poor fishermen like him. He walked along the sand, his head down, picking at shells and broken nets. Then he saw it. Something glittered in the fading sunlight. It was a fishing net. But it wasn't like any he had ever seen. The threads were gold and silver, soft yet strong. His heart raced. "This must be a gift from the sea," he whispered. His fingers trembled as he picked it up. That night, Adisa couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the nets. Maybe this was his chance to finally make life better for his family. Maybe this net could change everything. At sunrise, Adisa rowed his small boat far into the sea. He cast the golden net into the water, holding his breath as it sank. Minutes passed. Then he felt it. Something heavy tugging on the net. He pulled with all his strength, his arms burning. When the net finally surfaced, his mouth fell open. Inside wasn't a fish. It was a tiny creature with golden hair and shimmering silver scales. A baby mermaid. She was coiled up, her little hands clutching the net, her eyes wide with fear. Adisa stared at her, unsure what to do. She whispered softly like a scared child. His mind raced. This wasn't just a catch. It was a treasure. Someone would pay a fortune for her. Without another thought, he placed her gently into a wooden barrel filled with seawater and covered it with a cloth. "I will make us rich," he muttered as he rowed back to shore. When Adisa got home, Zainab was outside washing clothes. She noticed the barrel and asked, "What's in there?" "Just something special," he said, avoiding her eyes. Zainab frowned, but didn't press him. Adisa hurried into the house and closed the door. He needed to act fast. The next morning, he carried the barrel to the market and found a trader called Malu. When Malu saw the mermaid, his eyes lit up. This is rare," Malu said, licking his lips. "I will give you 5 gold coins." Adisa's hands shook as he took the money. 5 gold coins? It was more than he had ever seen in his life. He watched as Malu placed the baby mermaid into a cage and covered it with silk. A part of him felt uneasy, but the sound of the coins jiggling in his pocket drowned it out. The golden net didn't fail him. Each time Adisa cast it, another baby mermaid appeared. And each time he sold them to the merchant, Malu. The coins piled up. He bought new clothes, better food, and even moved his family into a bigger house. Zainab marveled at their sudden wealth, but noticed Adisa never spoke about his fishing trips anymore. Deep down, Adisa felt something was wrong. The mermaid's tiny scared faces haunted him, but he couldn't stop. The money was too good. Beneath the sea, the mermaids were mourning. One by one, their babies were disappearing. The once bright waters of their kingdom grew dark with sadness. One brave mermaid named Lily decided to find out what was happening. She followed Adisa's boat one morning, hiding beneath the waves. She watched as he pulled another baby from the net and placed it into a barrel. Her heart burned with anger. She returned to the kingdom and told the others, "We must fight back. He is stealing our children." That night, as Adisa and his family slept, the mermaids came. Their glowing eyes lit up the dark village as they moved silently through the huts. Lily led them to Adisa's house. Inside, she found his children, Seyi and Toby, sleeping soundly. With a heavy heart, she took them. When the sun rose, Zainab's scream shattered the morning. "The children, they are gone!" Adisa froze. He knew this was no ordinary disappearance. His hands shook as he found a silver scale on the floor. He ran to the shore and screamed to the waves, "Give them back, please." Lily rose from the water, her eyes cold. "You took our babies. Now you know our pain." "I will do anything," Adisa begged. "Please spare my children." Lily's gaze softened slightly. "If you want them back, return every baby you stole, but it will cost you." Adisa didn't hesitate. He went to Malu and demanded the mermaids back. Malu laughed in his face. "They are mine now. If you want them, you will have to pay." Adisa sold everything he owned. His boat, his house, even his precious golden nets. He bought back the mermaids one by one, each time feeling the weight of his greed crushing him. When Adisa returned the last baby to the sea, Lily appeared with his children. They were unharmed, though frightened. "This is your last chance," Lily said. "If you ever harm the sea again, we won't forgive you." Adisa fell to his knees, sobbing. "Thank you," he whispered. "I will never forget this." Adisa returned to his old life, fishing with a simple net. He caught only what he needed and left the sea in peace. Though his family was no longer rich, they were happy, and Adisa's heart felt lighter, knowing he had done the right thing. One day, as Adisa fished, he saw something shimmering in the water. It was the golden net, drifting towards him. He hesitated, then cast it back into the sea. The waves seemed to calm, as if thanking him. From that day on, Adisa lived humbly, grateful for the second chance he had been given. And though he no longer had riches, he had his family, and that was enough. The moral lesson of this story is that greed can result to destruction, and when a person takes action, they should consider how their action affects others. The good part of this story is that Adisa was given a chance to correct his wrongs, teaching that even when one makes mistakes, when there is a chance to correct it, one should not hesitate to take the opportunity. Thank you for watching this story to the end. Kindly do well to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more.